Hey traders, want to give you a quick market update and show you what I see in the market. So let's get straight into it. It's market update time. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Alright, it's market update time. Let's have a quick look at the market. One thing I do say, guys, is it's important as I've learned over the trading career, it's important to know when to get in, when to get out. And James Roger, if you're listening to this, you said that you got into the SPX calls. Now let me actually bring that up here for a minute, and I want to share with you what I see here. A lot of people do this, James, and the SPX calls, I actually think that's a really low probability entry, James. You're just getting in because, oh, what the heck of it, it's this, it's that. James, this is the wrong time to be getting into a trade. Now, I'm not just pointing you out, James. James, if you listen to this video, I'm not just pointing you out here, but what I do say is that you're getting in at the wrong time of this. The best time to be getting into this is if waiting for maybe a nice pullback and then getting a bounce. See, that's it. And this is where a lot of traders get it wrong. A lot of traders get this wrong and they're just like, what the hell happened? Like, I don't understand the reason why. So if I go to like obviously the S&P 500, if you look at this, James, if you look at this here, and this is obviously a video to help you out here, James. If you actually have a look at this, say S&P 500, what has it done for the last couple of weeks? Just straight up, right? So knowing that, if you understand how the markets work overall, we'll get a run, and then what happens after we get a run, right? We get a pullback, and then we get a run, and then we get a pullback, and then we get a run. So what a lot of traders do is they wait for the run, i.e. they get in, say up here. They get in, that's like, all right, now the market's going up. The market's definitely confirmed going up. I'm going to get in. And then the market reverses and it drops down to here. This market might reverse and drop back down to here. And you're like, oh, I knew I was wrong. And then you get out, right? And then guess what happens? The market then just takes off. So, James, I hope you can see with that particular call, the September call options, I hope you can see that the entry timing of that is actually very, very, very low probability. You've got to be understanding of how the markets work and how to flow with the market to get a really, really, really good opportunity. And that's the reason why if you go to let's actually go to SLV, and I want to show you this here. A lot of people don't understand the reason why I got in, why I got in. And a lot of people here, this is the SLV chart, and you probably know, James, I bought call options here, and I actually bought some more call options just recently as well too. But the call option down here, why was I happy getting in on this here, James? See, why? Because I waited for a decent pullback and then I got in. Makes sense? So if you see this here, the way the markets work is it'll run up and then it'll have a pullback, and it'll run up and have a pullback. Now sometimes those pullbacks are very small before a run up, and a very small pullback and a run up. You see that, if you go back to the SPX, sometimes the market will just keep going and keep going like it does here, right? It just keeps going, keep going. But generally speaking, James, when the market moves up so fast and so hard, and this is part of the market update, when the market moves up so hard and so fast, then generally we will get a bit of a pullback. That's generally speaking. Now, the longer it goes sideways, the more chances of it actually then continuing up. So, very, very, very interesting to see where we are right now. And James, you know what? You may be right, James, but if you're looking at if you take every trade as a probability, this has a less probability because you want to be waiting for that pullback. And as I said before, if I look at my SLV trade, the SLV trade for me, obviously down here when I bought it on the 1st of the 6th, why did I get into that? Because I know how the markets work. And how the markets work, the market has a run and then it has a pullback. And then you can see how to run, then had a pullback. You see, it had a big run, and guess what? Guess what? A lot of people are doing. Guess what? A lot of people are doing. They're getting in up here, right? They're like, oh, this is it. This is it. This is it. You know, and so that's what a lot of people are doing. A lot of people are getting in up here because the market's already had a run. I'll say no. The market's. It's just something's not right about this. And then guess what? And then the market actually has this pullback. And as you know, this is exactly where I got in, because I waited for the pullback first, and then I've enjoyed this ride up. Now we may get a bit of a pullback, and I'll do that in the silver video, and then we may continue up. But the thing is, James, is that you got to it's really understand that. Don't just say well, I'm going to get in today because the market's been going up for quite some time. Guess what, James? People like you are all over the place in this market. That's why the market's likely to reverse right now, because that's how the markets work. They don't just simply go straight up. And if you go back to, again, the S&P, you can see how vertical this move has been to the upside. And whenever we get a vertical move like that, James, it generally reverses quite quickly. So it's really important to see that. It's really important to see what's going on here. And every time in the past, if you've seen a vertical move like this, I guarantee you that generally speaking, or at least 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a reversal. Again, it's all about that probability. So with that being said, you can actually see that on the line chart as well too. So with that being said, let's actually have a quick look at the markets. And James, I just hope you understand what I'm saying there. And your VIX trade, and you said, you also bought September. You also bought September VIX calls. Sometimes, James, you've got to have it's important to have a plan with your trading. See, I'm not sure if people understand. And James, I'm not pointing you out here. I'm using this as an example. One, the SPX calls. You know what I say about that. I'm not saying that the market's not going to continue up, but you want to wait for a better entry. You want to do that with every single trade you do. And also you said you bought the VIX 12 the VIX 12 September calls. The thing is with the VIX trade is that the VIX trade itself. Let's actually go have a look here. The VIX trade itself. With the VIX trade itself, for me, it's a great time to buy. I actually did a video here, and you can see the market's had a pullback. So it's just perfect time around this time here. The VIX trade for me. James, is this, and let's actually just do this here. All right. So you said that you bought some VXX, right? You bought some VXX call options, September call options. I would say that was a really risky, very risky thing to do in these markets, because you just don't know what's going to happen. You actually bought the VIX September calls. And why would you do that right now, where we are right now? This thing could just keep going down. If the market keeps going up, this thing is going to keep going down. You're going to be right. But guess what? If you're wrong, James, and the market snaps back, and the market snaps back, and this actually goes up, we're going to be right on your VIX and wrong on your you're going to be right on. If the market goes up, you're going to be right on your S&P cores, and wrong on the VIX, because the VIX is going to keep going down. So you're equalizing each other out. And if the market drops, snaps down, the VIX is likely to spike, and VXX like a spike. So you're actually, I'm not sure if you realize, but you're equalizing each other out. So I'm not sure if you actually realize what you've done there, and that's actually what you've done. For me personally, I have a couple of different scenarios, and to me, putting on a VXX trade for me is definitely not. What I like to do is I actually like to trade the VIX, and the reason why is because it doesn't go down. The bottom, this 1179 is generally the low point, maybe a little bit lower, but this is where the generally around the average low point is where it is right now. Before it starts shooting back up to 20. So that's why I say keep an eye on that. The VIX right now is a perfect, this is just a perfect time to be getting in. Now the VIX play for me, is all about getting into the markets and holding on for the next couple of months. I do believe in August or September. September seems to be the month that crazy things happen. So get ready for a ride with that. So James, I hope that this has really helped you out. Maybe you want to get out of one, maybe you want to get out of another. But I just think both of those trades are very, very low probability. If you look at them individually, there's no reason to get into the VIX apart from you think that the market might go down. But then why'd you buy call options on the SPX? So yeah. Anyway, so that's what I do see there. And I hope, and James, I just wanted to give you basically a little free open coaching. And this is what I like. This is what I'm like with my coaches as well. This is what I'm like with my coaching client as well too. When I do my coaching, I'm like that. I really point all these small little things out so you can actually move forward faster. If you're interested in my coaching, then make sure you're on my email list when I open it up next, which might be soon. So. Let's go and have a quick look at the markets where we're at right now. So the Dow Jones is still trying to push higher. We had a big run up and now we're just gone sideways and we're still trying to push higher. Do we get a snapback from here or not? That's obviously the hard question to see. Do we just continue up from here? So yes, it's going to be real. Again, I don't know what's going to happen from here because it's a very, very difficult situation. Now, looking at this overall line chart, if I look at this line chart here, guys, this market is just vertically just going straight to the high side, up like that. And whenever something goes up, lose sideways and up like that, whenever that happens that quickly, we generally get a more violent pullback in the market. So we'll be keeping an eye on that one, obviously, to see what happens there. We're just going to take it one day at a time, see what happens. S&P was down just a little bit, but again, not really much happening on the S&P. Now the Russell is actually starting to come. Oh, excuse me. It's actually already starting to come off this here. I actually thought we may get a breakthrough, but it's actually reversing, and now we're actually starting to head down. So it may be the start of this downward move on the Russell as well too. And pretty much nothing on the Nasdaq. This is a long-term weekly resistance line on the Nasdaq. So very, very, very interesting to see where we're at right now. It's very interesting to see what's actually happening here. And this pattern here, guys, is actually a reversal pattern. So I am actually expecting in the short term anyway, a bit of a pullback. And if that pullback is more severe than one would expect, and we start to get a big drop down here to 4,900 and stuff on the Nasdaq, then that could be this could be a topping point in the market. So there we go, guys. I thought I'd do like a bit of a different market up for you guys by actually answering a few questions and showing you what I do generally on my coaching and stuff like that, but offering some free coaching. So James, I hope you appreciate that. Whatever you want to do with your VIX and your September calls, but I hope you realize that you're actually equalizing each other out by doing that. So remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today. I'm not going to BS you here. Trading is hard. Over my 10 years of trading, I've learned some amazing systems and strategies, and I've put it all in my brand new Grab the Markets by the Balls course, and I'm giving you 100% free access. This whole course is 12 videos long and almost 10 hours of the best systems and strategies that I know. Click on the image below now to get 100% free access right now.